Okay, so it looks like we're going to be reacting to the new hunter that is called Cueist. It's still a bit of a weird name to say, but I'm excited to see what this character is about. All I know is that this character is a little bit weird because I've seen some thumbnail titles saying that he's a weird hunter. Wanted Fallen King. Okay, as for his appearance, I'm not going to talk about it now, but I do have some thoughts. Okay, we stop here. Markers can place, I wish I could hide this, but I cannot. Markers can place and connect contact points to define a trajectory, like it's a difficult word to say, after placing the first contact point. Subsequent contact points can be connected within a set time to form a path. The trajectory can span between 4 and 35 meters. So he can select points for something to bounce off of. Or for a path to follow. Okay, I'm assuming it's this symbol that he's doing here. How many? We don't know. That's 1. Yeah, okay, that's what I imagined. Yeah, 2. Oh, it goes through walls too. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, so I guess that's important for something. Okay. Maxwell's Demon. Within 8 meters, markers can select any point along the trajectories, any other things he just placed, little orbs, and become Maxwell's Demon to travel uncontrollably along the path at accelerated speed. Okay, so he's a movement hunter. Okay, during this time, he can teleport to any point on the trajectory. I cannot say that word. The path. I'm an English speaker and I cannot say this word, so I was going to say path from now on, and can be controlled for up to 30 seconds. So what's the point of traveling if you can teleport? While on the path, Maxwell's Demon cannot perform normal attacks or interact. Okay, does he phase through walls whilst in this? Ignores physical collisions. Yeah, I just had to keep on reading. And strong control effects, but can use abilities. Okay, so he has abilities that he can use separately from this. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, so it tells you which way to go. Ah, he rolls. He's a pinball. Yeah, he phases through things. What? Ah, so if you have multiple paths. Okay, I understand. That's why you would want to teleport. 78. Why do they have numbers on them? Okay, so he's like a opera singer kind of style character. Opera singer, but with a really weird opera singer. Does he phase through walls in that path thing? I don't know. Okay. Oh, sorry. There was another ability there. Did I just skip one? One second. I will go back because I might have skipped one. Yeah, I skipped one. I thought they were all just demonstrations of the same thing. Sorry. Okay, so ability Backspin. While Maxwell's Demon is moving on the trajectory path, it can return to markers and exit at any chosen point within 8 meters. However, it cannot exit the path within the first 2 seconds of entering. Okay, so that was the thing where he just left. Like a little dash thing off of the line, right? He does it here. Yeah, that's the Backspin. Okay. Okay, Inertia. So this is another ability. When Marcus leaves the path, his physical abilities are enhanced. So maybe something like Wu Chang. His interaction speed for most actions increased by 20%. Yeah, his movement speed increases by 20%. Okay, so that's basically for him to catch up, I guess, if you aim incorrectly and survivors kind of predict it, because there seems to be quite a long animation for this dash thing. And he can see the location of nearby survivors for 5 seconds. Ooh, that's actually more valuable than you'd expect. Okay, and you can use this to kind of find people who are hiding. Pot shot. When Marcus leaves the path, the duration of inertia is extended based on the number of injured survivors. Well, that's interesting. Each injured survivor increases inertia's duration by 2.5 seconds up to 10 seconds. Wait, so you can have a 20% movement speed and interaction speed increase? Yeah, he's a complete 100% movement based. This character is going to be incredibly interesting to watch. To play, he looks like he's going to be very frustrating. Maybe he will. No, I don't think he will be. But he just looks like so much fun to watch. Like, I'm looking forward to watching pro players play this. This guy's cool. So that's when he has the little circles around him, when he has this buff. Yeah, that's the extended thing, yeah. He walks so fast, what? Look at that speed. He's like zooming. Ripper ain't got nothing on him. Okay. After Marcus, so this is closed domain. He has so many abilities now. Most of his abilities that we just looked at could have all been condensed into one thing. But I guess, whatever. After Marcus places the first contact point, the placement will end manually or automatically after 25 seconds. Any new contact points added afterwards are not restricted by distance from each other. If there are 3 or 4 contact points on the field that do not form a closed domain, Marcus can connect them to create a 3-dimensional domain. After contact, I think when we see this will make more sense. After contact points are placed, or once a closed domain is formed, all contact points and trajectories within this domain will disappear after 80 seconds. So they disappear after some time. That's what the number was. It was the timer of the cooldown. Okay. I think it's basically just saying when the thing will disappear. Wait, what? There's a second effect. Did I skip anything? This is the second part. Entropy manipulate. He has more effects. 6 seconds after a domain closes and every 38 seconds thereafter, that's very specific, until it disappears, the domain scans its interior. Okay, each scan reveals the outline of all survivors inside and highlights the cipher machine with the highest decoding progress for 5 seconds, meaning that you can make it big enough to cover multiple. Reducing its, because we've seen it can be pretty big, the big area that you can make. Reducing its progress by 20%. Reducing the progress by 20%. So it's just like abnormal, like a weak abnormal. After a cipher machine's progress is successfully reduced, a timer begins. Each cipher has its own 37-second timer before it can be affected again. Okay, I can understand why this character has this, because his abilities are all about chase. His chase requires a lot of setup, and it also requires a lot of knowledge of where survivors are going to be, will be, and are located. I'm assuming from what we can tell, meaning that he doesn't have much in the way of slowing the match down. I think that's the idea here. I'm not against this as long as he doesn't. Oh, we've got a lot left in the video, but as long as he doesn't have anything else crazy, like a weird, like he hasn't been given a camping ability yet. Okay, I'm a little worried because I can expect there's going to be a similar effect for chairs, where if there's a rocket chair within the marked area, the closed domain, it's going to reduce rescuing speed, maybe, or increase. Please don't tell me it's going to increase the progress of the chair every 37 seconds. 45. Can we see the reduction? That just scans the cipher. Okay, we didn't see if that reduced it. Maybe I misread. I don't know. Okay. Ability, cue ball. He has so many abilities. What is this? Well, just like, they're all like passive effects mostly. Marcus can launch the cue ball on the path, on any path. It travels along the path for up to 16 seconds. If it passes near an occupied rocket chair, its kinetic energy consumption speeds up. When a moving survivor comes within range, the cue ball locks onto and captures them. Onto the path or within the area? Does a ball get summoned and like bounces around the area that you've made? Because like if it's just on the path, then it's very easy to avoid. Cue ball locks onto captures them. Within 33.5 seconds, Marcus can click or drag to transfer the captured survivor to a circular area around himself. Okay, so what does it mean by lock on? Okay. So it gets faster, yeah, if there's a survivor on a rocket chair or something. Oh. And you can summon where they go. What? That's such a random ability, but it's fun. I like that. That's really cool. That looks kind of not super hard to do, because if you're doing it in like corridors and kind of locked in areas, then, but the timing is also important, because you need to make sure that that ball area matches up to where they're going to be, right? So if they're going through the corridor, you need to make sure that you're bouncing it preemptively. Okay, this character's interesting. Yeah, you can do it from far away. Yep, he gets sucked in. How far can you summon them? Oh, wow. That's a high skill, high reward ability. Whoa. Okay, more? Oh, wait, I guess these are his basic abilities. These aren't even his full presence. Okay. Advanced, full presence. Marcus is on a hot streak, whatever that means. Increasing contact points charge speed by 10% and boosting his speed after leaving the... Okay, so it's basically just increasing his existing abilities. That's good. He doesn't get anything else. Yeah, so it just charges faster. A little bit faster. So he moves faster. Yeah? Yeah. So let's watch this. Okay, give me... So that does the reveal thing. Scans him. It doesn't block ciphers. That's a good thing, I think. So yeah, hitting a survivor with the ball form doesn't do anything. You have to jump out of the ball form and then do the little dash thing to then hit them. Okay, he timed that nicely. He got the pull towards him. Whoa. This hunt is cool. This hunter is very complicated, but so incredibly cool. Can you do the ball thing to teleport them away from the rocket chair? I'm hoping not. Because if someone's coming in from for the rescue and then being able to teleport them across the map doesn't sound very fun for the survivors. Okay, yeah. And then he's just like able to like zoom around. Okay. How long does that ball stay there for though? That's okay, that's an incredibly strong ability if you can just place it like that. Yeah. I'm surprised they showcased that because I have some problems with that. That's what? Here they're showcasing him going to the other side of the map. And by the time he gets there, and we need to remember he is traveling with his ball form, so he's getting there much, much faster. But it's still there. I know this is like a video, so it doesn't really, they could have cut it and just made his abilities infinite or whatever. But, oh, wow. This is cool, though. Okay, my first thoughts. So cool. This character is so cool. I love his abilities. I absolutely love them. I do have complaints about his appearance, but I think he's awesome. I think the only thing that ruins him for me is the fact that he's just using the same base model as a lot of characters, and that really annoys me. He's got Fool's Gold's base character model, and he's also looks exactly like Photographer. If you see this guy's aura from across the map, not as in his aura points, okay, but his like red aura, it's going to be really difficult to tell immediately if he is Photographer or if he's Cueist with this base skin, because they both hold like a sword looking thing. They both have the similar height by looks of it, the same body figure shape. His hair is a little bit wilder, yes, but it's not that crazily different than Photographer. And I'm disappointed at that because he just looks like, it looks like they thought about the abilities but didn't think about his appearance until much later, and they were just putting together something because they needed to make a hunter this year. That's a complaint that I have, but the abilities are fantastic. His hair is similar to Hullabaloo. Yeah, it feels like they just kind of copied and pasted stuff for his appearance. I'm hoping his skins will be amazing though. His S tier from the art that we saw looks fantastic. Okay, so let's see what chat says. He needs a rocket chair circle like Bane traps, because if he can make an untouchable chair, it's crazy. Yeah, there probably is something to mitigate that, yes. Being able to teleport people away from the chair is just does not sound like a balanced thing. I honestly can't decide if this hunter is mid or overpowered as heck. I think it's gonna depend on his cooldowns and number of release. He looks like he's quite a high setup character. From what I can tell, his movements is incredible, and I think that's really, really cool. He's able to go and transition around the map, and I think that's, you know, again, this guy might be completely obnoxious to play against when he comes out. Okay, I'm just thinking from like a first reaction, first time I've seen this video. He looks more fun to play against because it looks like there's more counterplay to him. But I am very worried about the capturing person thing because that does feel a little annoying as a survivor. It feels like if that ability is easy to land, that it could be, then this character is going to be a really annoying character to play against. If he just had the first abilities of like movement and stuff, then I think he would be incredibly fun to play against. But I'm just very worried about that capture ability. I feel like I understood this character really quickly compared to other ones, though. And he's got complicated abilities, but some of these characters, I read them back and I'm like, what? There seems to be like a limited speed for this, right? Yeah, he starts slow as well. Do you see that? There's a little kind of wind up to the rolling speed. Yeah, that's scary. How long can you keep the survivor bouncing around in there? Imagine you want to delay the last cipher machine. Wait. So what you do is you just create like a little circle around, a little triangle or square rectangle thing around the last cipher. Close enough that if someone touches the cipher, they'll get sucked up by the ball. Or you just put a ball on top of it, and then it depends on what the cooldown is, right? And you can like capture whoever's at the cipher and just like leave them bouncing around for who knows how long, and they just can't do anything. You don't need to summon them to you because, you know, that might make them pop the cipher or whatever. You can just leave them bouncing around the last cipher. Moments where survivors are going to feel a little bit frustrated. I'm starting to see this. But he looks so cool, like abilities-wise. He looks like so much fun. There was an example where he went into ball form. Yeah, so he didn't summon another one of these orbs, but he jumped immediately into this and then summoned it. So does it mean that you can make the path on the fly? In that case, it feels less skill and more... Yeah, he's like creating them on the fly. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, that kind of like bumps him down in coolness, in my opinion, because it feels like there was a lot of skill in placing things preemptively. But this one, it's more like you can just place it whichever direction you kind of want to go in the moment, right? I don't like that. That makes him less cool. It makes him more viable and more strong and more powerful, but I don't like that. Like, I know that probably without this, he would be really frustrating to play, but it makes him more simple. And I don't like that in a way, you know? I'm worrying. The more I watch this, the more I worry. The fact that you can just summon a ball permanently stuck on a location is just so unfair because it just covers a cipher machine. You can just block off cipher machines. I'm assuming you can only summon one ball at a time, right? But you just don't want a cipher machine to be decoded. Plop. From a distance, you can just summon that and leave it there. And there's nothing you can do. You will get sucked in, and that's a free hit for the hunter. I don't like that. Please remove that, netties. That's not skillful in the slightest. All I can see is that just being frustrating for survivors and not fun. I can just see everyone complaining about this as soon as he releases, if this is the case. Make it so the ball has to travel over a certain distance to be able to be used. Like the path has to be a certain length for the ball to summon.